Hi everyone, welcome to today's live stream. I'm going to be covering some of my absolute favorite kind of like beauty staples, my top three. Um, and these kind of are just like really great products to get you kind of set for summer or even going to fall. You can kind of use them like whenever. And something that I really love about these products also is that they can be used for so many different kinds of skin types, which is really great. They're not just like for one type of skin type. They're really versatile, which is really great. And something that when it comes to skincare, I know there's a million different types of things out there that like your best friend uses, but then like it doesn't necessarily work for you. Like these products seriously are like kind of like the staple like base products that will just like take your whole beauty kind of standard to the next level. Hi everyone, thanks everyone for joining. Also today's Thursday, my favorite day. It's kind of like basically the weekend almost, but not yet. It's like the junior weekend. So yeah, I guess we can get started. Remember guys that you guys get 15% off everything right now, and then also for the next 30 minutes after this. So be sure to take advantage of that if you do end up loving anything. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Some of the products that I'm going to be covering today, just to kind of give you like brief overview, is some really great face products that will set the standard for your face. And then also just kind of like body skincare. I'm going to be sharing a really amazing self tanner and also just some products to just keep your skin really glowing no matter what you're doing. So yeah, I guess we can get right into it. The first thing I'm going to be sharing with you guys is by Overt Skincare. Um, and I'm presenting that to you guys right now. I personally have from oh my gosh, I'm like messing up their name. Overt Skincare. I have the Duo. So I have the glowing Duo just because, I mean, we're always out here trying to glow. So I have the Glow and Even Serum, the brightener, and then I also have the hydrator, the Quench and Plump Serum. And you guys, these two products like together, like they take all the guesswork out of everything. First of all, I know that in the skincare industry, especially now, I feel like everyone's always recommending like a million different things to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to get started. And Overt just kind of takes away like all of those steps and is like, okay, you don't need to be using 20 different steps in your skincare routine. Like these are all that you need. Like you want glowing skin, these are the two things that you're going to need to use. So let me dive into each one individually. So why did I get the glowing duo? I personally have a little bit more drier skin, and I also have like if I ever get like acne or anything, like it stays there. Like I have like discoloration, like whenever I'm in the sun, like I know like I should be using sunscreen, but let's be honest, like I'm not always doing that. So I definitely have some like discoloration, some spots on my skin. Anything on my skin just like shows a lot. Like even if I have like under eyes, like it shows a lot. So that's why I wanted to get the brightener to kind of just like even out my whole skin tone. And then I also got the hydrator just because I knew that I wanted to have that added moisture into my skin without using like a million different products. So I start off with the hydrator every day and night, and this hydrator right here is a mixture of hyaluronic acid, organic aloe vera, vitamin E, centella extract, and basically all those ingredients together just make it so that your skin not only gets that moisture but also holds it in. So it's such a great product. And you also don't have to go out and buy like a hyaluronic acid and then like a million of those other things. Like you get everything in just this one serum, and it seriously works so great. Especially if you're someone who has skin that's a little bit dehydrated, or if you're in the summer and the heat is just like the sun's like really eating away at your face, or when it's cold. I know that my skin's super sensitive to the cold too. Like this is so great. So let me just show you what this kind of looks like on. Um, not that you can really like, completely see, but I just want to show you like how to kind of like use it. So just goes on clear. The consistency is super, super light too, so it just like absorbs into my skin. My skin is already like hydrating because I like haven't moisturized my body yet today. So yeah, it just really goes into your skin so nicely. It doesn't feel thick at all, which I love. Like you don't have to do all those different steps. Like you use this, your skin's super hydrated. And it feels so good too. Like you're left without like also like a film over your face. Like it just soaks in super well. So I love using this for that. And then after that, since it does come in the duo, you get the brightener. And the brightener is packed with 20% vitamin C. And it basically just really works to even out your skin tone. And it really gets rid of any dullness and just gives you that like radiant glow. Um, so as I mentioned before, like if you ever have like any dark spot or any like pigmentation in your skin, the vitamin C in this, because it's so potent, it's so great. It really works to get in there and kind of even out your skin tone. And I have used this for 2 weeks, and you can like really see some like results after using it. Because you know, with all skincare products, you got to give it some time. You can't just jump in and just expect things to happen. Um, so yeah, this duo right here, really great. And just to give you a little bit more information on Overt Skincare, um, their whole kind of vibe is that they create skincare that's super easy to learn about and to use. So you're never going to go in there and see like all these like crazy bottles or all this like coloring, whatever. Like they make it super clear and easy. Like I love how like the bottles are clear, like you see exactly what's in it, like they're not putting any dyes or coloring in it. And they make it with ethically sourced ingredients, and I mean, like what you see is what you get. Like it's clean skincare, and it's really easy to shop from Overt too, because they don't have like a million different things. Like they create products that are like for you, easy to read. Like if you're like, okay, I have dry skin, then the hydrator. Like I want to brighten my skin, the brightener. So they seriously like they know what they're doing. They're not trying to master a million different things, and they just really make great skincare. And also like this will look so cute on your vanity, you know? It's like these clear little bottles. I think they're really cute. So yeah, Overt Skincare, you can just create such a beautiful base in your skin. And something that I have recently realized is that I use so much less makeup ever since I started really putting in a little bit more effort into my skin. I used to like totally pile on the makeup, like even if I wasn't going anywhere, just because that was like, first of all, my personal preference. But with this, I feel like I have such great skin that I don't need to be doing that. Which that's great. Like instead of covering up my issues, I just like dealt with them. You know? So definitely recommend doing that. Because yeah, I feel like honestly it just gave me like the confidence to kind of like walk around and not have a million products on my skin, which is always super great. So yeah, that's pretty much how you get that everyday easy glow on your face and you don't even think about it. The next thing that I kind of wanted to hop into is by Cora. So I wanted to cover some masks that I've mentioned in the past, but they're just like really great. So I want to re-talk about them. But if you guys want to get that really nice glow, then something that's super important is exfoliation. And we're going to get into exfoliation of the body, of the face, but exfoliating your face and body is so, so important. Like you want to get rid of all those dead skin cells, like anything that's on your face. I'm in New York City and like walking around, like I come back to my apartment and I just like feel the filth on me. So having a good exfoliator is so, so important. Core Organics, I have the mini one from the set, but I'm showing you guys the large size because I personally have to go back and get the large size now. But I mean, the packaging is also stunning on this, the glow. Like, you're like, okay, am I gonna glow like this? Um, this is the turmeric brightening and exfoliating mask. So how it works is that after you wash your face, you put a little bit of this on when your face is still like kind of like damp, like you don't want it to be completely dry. And then you kind of like do like a little like face massage. Like give yourself like a minute, just like massage into your face. Let it soak in, let it feel really good. And then you leave it on for like 5 to 15 minutes. You go back, scrub it off, like wash it off, and then your skin just feels so, so amazing afterwards. This is what it looks like on. It's like dark. It has like little beads in it. I don't know what the beads are, honestly. Not like beads, but like it has like a little grit, like a little scrub to it. So yeah, this is, and then you just kind of like put it into your skin, so you exfoliate it, and it looks like that. It should be a little bit like sheer on your skin, like it's not like a full on like when you use like a green like clay face mask, how it's like completely like that. Like this should be like a little sheer. Like you don't want it to be super thick on there, because it's doing the job when you're massaging it in, then when you're massaging it after. So this is super great. And the turmeric in there. Um, hot tip is that I love this if I'm like going for a night out or after like a big weekend, if I'm like drinking a lot or if I'm like eating like a bunch of stuff that I normally wouldn't. Turmeric is actually a huge anti-inflammatory property. So by using this face mask on your face, it really helps depuff your face. Which I find so amazing. It's such a quick fix for that. And I've genuinely never really found a product that does that. So it's definitely like the turmeric in this, and it helps kind of just like depuff your face, make you just like feel back together again. So if you're ever going out somewhere and you're like, oh my god, I feel so bloated and puffy in my face, use this face mask. I promise you it'll work wonders. Or after like a long weekend, use that and you're like back to the week and back to the grind. Okay, so hello everyone. Thanks for joining, everyone. We have a few new friends here now. So we're talking about all the good things, all the glowy products for your skin. My last like mainly for face product that I want to share with you guys is this Hydra Mask by Embryolisse. This is a French brand, and I am just like upset that I didn't hear about this earlier because it works wonders. So this French company, it's like a French secret. I feel like all French girls use this. Makes this mask, and the packaging really reminds me of like CeraVe or Cetaphil, where it's like very like just plain, like very traditional. And it doesn't have a smell in it. It's like very like basic. Like you would never think that it had such amazing like power to it. So you basically just like put it on and you blend it in, and it basically becomes like kind of sheer. Um, so just like that. It's like, okay, it's crazy because like I wanted to say like it's like a thick moisturizer, but it's not thick. Like it feels super light on your face. Um, but it has amazing hydrating properties. So you leave this on basically for 15 minutes after you wash, exfoliate your face, and then your face just feels so like moisturized and so hydrated. I recently learned that there's a big difference between actually hydrating your skin and like just like putting on moisturizers that like don't really work. So this like really goes in and hydrates your skin, and it makes sure that your skin is like glowy from within, you know, so that you don't just have like a thick layer of something on. Like it goes in, hydrates, you're gonna feel super good, and any other products you're putting on afterwards are just gonna blend in so much nicer and go on so smooth afterwards. Hydrolus, so happy I got on this, and I hope that you guys get on it too, honestly. Okay, so we covered some of the super more like face products, but one thing that I have always been really big into, that I have had a lot of mistakes. I've had years of experience in doing this at this point because there have been some moments where it hasn't always ended up good. It's been self tanning. Um, And this one right here is by Cali Cosmetics. It's the Seafoam Glow Self Tanner. And you guys, like, it's green. Like, it is fully green. Um, and I personally, I got the medium to dark, and I have it on like right now. And I think it creates a really nice natural glow. But they also have it in the light to medium if you want something that's a little bit like more natural. I personally like normally like tan like this naturally, or like even like a little bit darker. Um, so this is what this looks like. I also, like, just for reference, like I didn't have any sort of tan under this. This is all like completely fresh, just this. So it creates a really natural glow, and the reason why it works so amazing is because it is this green color. A lot of self tanners have like an orangey undertone, and those are the ones that are going to make you like super orangey and like not natural looking, versus this green is really going to work to bring out those like olive tones and just create that like natural like tan glow that you would normally get from the sun, and will really like not make it look super fake. So Cali Cosmetics, really good stuff. I actually have the little card that came with it. Oh, one thing I also wanted to share is that this stuff is safe for your face. Like, they even like recommend putting it on your face, which I think is amazing. Um, because it's really annoying to like have to use a million different products. So some tan tips from Cali is that, question one, can I use it on my face? Of course. Use half a pump and use it on your face. Great. Already told you guys that. Um, the number one self tanning kind of tips that you should still do with this, as with any other self tanner, is that it's super important to prep before. I would say it's about half what self tanner you use, and the other half how good you prep. Because if you don't prep your skin well, then the self tan is just, it's gonna be a mess. It's not gonna look good. So my like few tips on how to really get like the best application, or to start off with just exfoliating your whole body. We already talked about exfoliating the face, but on your body you can be a little bit more rougher, you know. So there's there's two okay, there's three different exfoliation kind of tactics that I linked here for you guys that I want to go over. One is by Palerma Body, and it is just a body scrub. So this is super easy if you just want to get in the shower, just scrub off kind of like really easily. A body scrub is really great for that. This one by Palermo Body is really great because they use really great natural ingredients. They don't have like a ton of like additives in it, and it really just works to get the job done. I also like it because it doesn't have like a weird, like very like fake smell to it, which I feel like a lot of body scrubs do. Like, I'm not trying to smell like a sugar fun cupcake. Like, I just want to exfoliate and then move on. So this gets the job done. The second thing that's really great for exfoliating is just using basically like a sponge or a mitt. Um, I am linking this one by Sugaring LA. I personally have this one that I've just had for a while, and it's been getting the job done. But I like to use a mitt just because, like, you slip it on. My rings are like getting caught in the way, and then it's so easy to just exfoliate your whole body. And you can get rid of anything that you have in your skin, even it out, so that you can create a good base. So this exfoliating mitt, super good. I personally prefer using a mitt just because I feel like I can really like get in there. That's just my personal preference. Also, if you have like tips on or long nails, acrylics, I like the mitt just because with the scrub, sometimes it tends to get like under your fingernails a little bit, versus using a mitt, like, you don't really have to worry about that. So we love that. One other option is just to be using like your basic like exfoliating sponge. This one right here, super great, gets the job done. It's not too rough, but it's not too delicate. Um, Also with the sponge, I feel, or like a glove, you can really like kind of determine how intense you want it to be or how not intense. So I've had moments where scrub a little too hard. You don't want to do that. You want to get to know your skin, you know? So start off a little bit slow, and then kind of like keep scrubbing softly. Like, don't just be so aggressive with it. So yeah, that's step number 1 for self-tanning. And I would typically do this, like, if I know I'm going to be self-tanning, I would either do this all in like one day. So like if I know that I'm going to be going out Friday night, I would probably do like a whole entire body routine Thursday night. So Thursday I would exfoliate, I would hydrate, and then I would self-tan afterwards. They do recommend that you exfoliate like 6 hours before. I personally don't do that. I've never really had an issue with it. But what you could also do is you could exfoliate like Thursday night. This is all like talking about like a Friday night scenario and you want to be tan for the weekend. You could exfoliate Thursday night and then self-tan Friday morning. So your skin's not like too freshly exfoliated, but like you can still get a really good base in. So that's like my kind of how I like to designate that. And the last thing that you absolutely like 1000% need when you're self tanning is a good mitt. Guys, like whoever doesn't self tan with a mitt, I like tell me how you do it because I don't know. Like you are a whole another kind of person because I've never been able to self tan without getting my hands completely orange, it like going everywhere, like it being completely like blotchy, like whatever. Like you need to invest in a good applicator mitt, like, and it'll be such a game changer. It's also like when I use a mitt, I get kind of lazy and I'm just like rubbing it all over my body. I'm like not even paying attention. So a good mitt will take your self tanner level, I would say, from here to here. Like there have been moments when I'm like don't have a mitt for some reason and my self tanner just turns out terrible. So I would say once you have your Cali Glow, you shake it up really well. So shake that up and then see how it gets like really foamy. So when you actually like, put it on the mitt, it's gonna be like white foam. It's not gonna be green. You're not gonna be turning green. I promise you. And then once you have it on your mitt, you're just gonna want to like massage all over your body. If you need a tip for getting your back, like the mitt is great. You can kind of just like figure it out. It usually like, blends in really nice, or you can ask a friend or someone else for help. But yeah, those are basically like the top tips I would say for how to make sure that your self tanner is really staying on and that you're just getting a good glow overall. Another thing that I really love about this self tanner in particular is that, hold on, is that it develops over time. So if you don't want it to get unnaturally dark, then you can wash it off for 2 hours. You know, if you just want like a natural, like just like a little tint of a glow, 2 hours, you're good. If you want to stay on longer, you can do it up to 6 hours and then it kind of stops developing. But yeah, this stuff is really great. Just to give you a little info also, another thing, one of the top things, I didn't even mention this to you guys, it is like moisturizing, which self tanners, I feel like they usually dry you out and they make you feel kind of like dry, but this really moisturizes. So love her for that. Yeah, it smells like pina colada too, which is super yum, makes you feel like you're on vacation. Um, it's cruelty free, sustainably sourced. I'm reading this off the card that was in my box, by the way, guys. And yeah, also all these products, the Seafoam, the Cali Cosmetics, they're all made in San Antonio, Texas. So made in the US. And yeah, just a really, really great product. Trying to think if there's anything else that I like forgot to mention that was like super important. Oh, one major thing about this is that, so like if you're big into self tanning, you know that after you put on like any self tanner afterwards, like you feel like kind of like sticky and gross. After you put this on, like you're pretty much good. Like this dries so fast, and then you don't really have to worry about like sticking to anything, you know? So yeah, just a really great product. Highly recommend. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to answer them. Just to hear like your opinions on like what your vibe is with like skincare, body care, self tanning. Just to kind of go over the products that I use today. I use the Overt serums, the hydrator, and the brightener together. They just create like the most amazing duo. My skin is so thankful that I've been able to find these. These are them. And then after that, we covered a little bit more of face products. So we got into a bit of exfoliation and a bit of hydration. So we had the Core Organics Turmeric Brightening and Exfoliating Mask. You get a mask and you get an exfoliator all in one. It depuffs, it brightens your skin. Like you're just going to feel so good and glowy afterwards. Really recommend this product. Then after you exfoliate and you're like, okay, now I need to bring in a little bit more hydration. You got the Embryolus mask. This is an amazing, amazing mask. It's by a French company. I'll try to pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. I lied. But it's by a French company. I feel like France has known about this for so long, and I can't believe I just found it. But for anyone who has dehydrated skin or needs a little bit more moisture in their skin, this is a really great product. And then the last thing we kind of covered today was how to get a good glow on your skin that's not going to look super crazy or unnatural. And that's just going to really complement your skin very well. So we talked about exfoliators, whether you want to be using a body scrub or whether you want to be using like a mitt. There are benefits to both of them. And then we also dove into the steps on kind of like how to put on your self tanner with a mitt. And then of course we talked about Cali Cosmetics and the Seafoam Glow. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really hope that you guys are able to get some of these products. Let me know how they work on you. I would love to hear about them. If you ever have any more questions or want to reach out to me, my name is Gabby Gardaki on Instagram and pretty much like everywhere else. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you guys are getting your weekend started pretty soon also. Yeah, bye.